classical Indian music. What are your memories of him? Did you two ever sing together?
We didn't sing together, which is very unfortunate. But my memories of him was there was always music playing in his house in New Delhi. Music wasn't in the background. It was there for everybody in the home to revel in and to really enjoy, and for him to tell you why you should be enjoying it. That's unique about my grandfather's spirit. He was a taskmaster about everything, and I loved it.
Did that help you master the craft of jazz?
I think so. You know, I have the same kind of respect for Hindustani or Carnatic classical music as I do for jazz, and the discipline to improvise and to really be free and tell a story. I love the feel of us together. I hope to stay forever. I never can say goodbye.
There seems to be great reference in each and every song. There's a lot of emotion and playfulness, and you hear that especially in songs where you perform with the legendary John Hendricks, who performs on two songs on this album. Tell me what it's like working with him, and how the two of you wound up working.
You know, John Hendricks has had this effect over all the singers in jazz, and certainly we have a profound respect, even before meeting him, for all that he's contributed. As a singer, as a lyricist, as an innovator. And reverence is the right word. And so when I met him in 2008, it was just an awe. First to meet him just as a fan. And then that someone who was a Buddha at that time, 86, and I actually just come back from India where my grandfather was passing away, actually, and he was 86. So there was a very spiritual connected moment for me from the get-go with John. And to see something I didn't necessarily know about him until I got into the studio with him, which is how much joy and lightheartedness he could experience.
I didn't know just what I was doing. I had to marry your face to ruin. I'm into it. I'm into it.
Take us into the studio. What was it like performing the song?
You know, it was just so fantastic. And every time I hear this track, I laugh because I think about John just across the booth from me and seeing him over the stand and seeing him just like sing this hilarious song with even more funniness than I could ever imagine, and just sing. I got this master standing across from me just having a ball, so I just started to laugh during the song while I was supposed to be singing, and thank goodness the tape was rolling, you know, because we ended up using it.
I'm into it.
You know, it had the energy of a live performance. It felt like you were inside a jazz club. And you're from Chicago, and there's some great jazz clubs in Chicago. I mean, spectacular, fantastic, some of the best in the country. Do you have to spend time in the clubs if you want to be a jazz master? Do you need to be, not just in a classroom or in your studio, mastering your technique? Is it important to actually be where jazz lives?
Boy, how can I say this clear enough? Yes. Unequivocally. To really see how people play and play all night and live on the bandstand and live in real life. There's just no substitute for experiencing it in the clubs. And I would say that's for audiences too. You know, records are wonderful and I support them fully, but there's no substitute for live jazz.
I want to ask you about it's the third song on this CD. It's called I See Your Face Before Me. It's not one of the songs that you wrote, but it is a classically romantic song. It's the traditional Frank Sinatra song, The Way You Look Tonight.
I see your face before me, clouding my every